Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for a fan reaction with Dario. He's actually my brother, so guys, this is probably his first time on Rossoneri TV. So give him a warm welcome in the comment section. Dario, a very disappointing draw against Chievo 0-0. Really wasn't expecting such a boring match after all, after picking up that win against Cesena last weekend. What did you make of the match? What did you make of the team in general? What did you see in their performance? Share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, so basically, Milan has been the same the whole season. Very dull playing, nobody, barely any movements. It's been the same thing all year round, so it's nothing new. What I saw today was barely any playing involved. We had like 2, 3 chances. Once again, so is the same dull game that Milan plays, and especially versus Chievo, another dull team.
What did you think about some of our players' performances? Maybe up front, once again, you said it a few times, such a dull performance, just no movement whatsoever.
Yeah.
What did you see from the midfield, and what really was the cost of this dull movement? Was it because Chievo was so good in closing up, or maybe, in your opinion, just lack of ideas, lack of smartness, lack of brain, I guess? What did you think?
Yeah, so fundamentally, I think that the problem is that, of course, there's no more motivation.
Yeah.
Actually, there's never been motivation probably for the past year, you know. Players not encouraged to play a good game, and plus with players such as, our midfield too is lacking with players such as Bonera. Also up front, I didn't even like how Menez played today, to be honest. There's nothing there going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bonera definitely today not his best of games there in defense. He had some big mistakes today, giving the ball away very cheaply. I think that's another thing that Milan does a lot, and obviously not helping his situation. He had some very good games this season. However, it seems like one thing that I read somewhere, form is temporary while class is permanent. So I think that's definitely his case here.
Yeah. I would also like to add in that Chievo played pretty much everybody behind the ball.
Mm-hmm. But is that a reason? Do you think that's a reason for Milan not performing and not creating enough chances?
No,
Or should Milan be better than that, really?
Yeah, with a team already like Milan that is not creating anything for the longest amount of time, I don't remember the last great game that we played, or at least, smart playing. For a team that's already like that, going against teams that play 10 behind the ball, it just makes things even worse, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, and that's because, once again, lack of creativity, lack of movement, lack of ideas, really, and that is what you get. For Kiev, it's actually an easy job for them to do what they do today, because they know Milan has that problem in the midfield. They know they have that problem in creating chances and scoring goals. So for them, they don't mind playing for a draw in a position where they're almost battling for relegation.
Exactly.
So for them, they're okay with that draw. They're okay with the way they're playing. They had the occasional chances where we actually got very lucky in some situations. So, for them, this is a very good point. And for us, it's a point that, once again, we dropped 2 points out of this game, really not gaining anything, because against a team like Chievo, we should be picking up the points instead of dropping some, and definitely not helping our situation in the European League contention, right? Any final thoughts maybe on Cerci? The whole thing that happened with Inzaghi, they had a little fight there, but in the end, he was supposed to come on, but then De Jong got injured, and then in the end, Inzaghi even said, come back on, maybe just to push attention away from the media. Do you think Cerci actually had some good movements there when he came in? What do you think?
So and so. Cerci, how can I put this? Cerci, I was expecting much more from Cerci when he came to Milan. I was expecting goals, maybe even playing a full 90 minutes, which he hasn't been playing,
Yeah, he hasn't been given the chance, in your opinion, then.
Right. Also, but him too. I mean, he's not showing too much. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, besides that, I mean, it just adds to the confusion that Milan is having in this period. All this arguing and fighting, Inzaghi and confusion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Overall, it's just a big mess, in your opinion.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, honestly, I personally cannot wait till at least, like, every year it's the same old story. I mean, like, let's try and find motivation early in the season, and it just doesn't happen. And then from there on, I mean, it's a mess. And here we are once again in the same position as last year, if not worse.
Well said, well said. Well, thank you for your thoughts, Dario. Thank you for sharing your reactions. You guys can follow him on Twitter at DarioLeone5 if you wish so. His Twitter handle is in the description below.
Great.
Thank you guys for watching, and as usual, Forza Milan.